All right, this is going to be a sweet lesson on how to connect your pentatonic forms together, right? The idea is you might know different forms of your pentatonic scale in different parts of the neck, right? You might know this form. That's everybody's favorite. It's like the first form, it's what everybody learns, right? And you're like, well, I also know this form because this is the octave, right? So I know I can go. Right? You might even say I know this one too. But just knowing those isolated is not as cool as being able to connect them together. If you can connect them together without playing through each one, it's really sweet because for a couple different reasons. First of all, it'll sound a lot better. It doesn't sound like you're just doing an exercise, right? It sounds like more like you're playing a song. Secondly, if you are always, say, if you're like, oh, I know G pentatonic. I know this, and I know it up here, so I know all the pentatonic scale up and down. I'm all good, right? But then what if you have to switch it to A, right? If you don't know how to connect them, it's harder in your mind. Like, say, if you're playing an A right now, well, I might have known this. When I play this in G, right, I can go up to this spot here, right? Because I know this one, that's the octave. But if you're playing an A, okay, I got my first form here. Ooh, now I got to find that other one. Well, I was in, let's see, I was in, when I played it in G, I was here, so A must be one up, so I'm going to go, you know, it's a lot harder. If you have these little, it's very simple. If you have these simple connectors, man, it's awesome. So let's actually get right into it. I'll show you some cool connectors, and you are going to be able to rock on this, yo. Okay, so let's say if you know a pentatonic scale, the first, like everybody does, and let's say you know this one up here, right? It doesn't matter. You can use this this device with any part of this scale, whatever you know. Hopefully you're going to figure them all out, be able to connect them, being able to plop them anywhere on the guitar, and look at the whole entire guitar as one thing. But anyway, just for, you know, when you're kind of starting out with this stuff, try this. Start with your, where you would normally do this, right? This is what everybody does when they learn that first pentatonic scale because it sounds really cool. You can play it, I'll start with G. You can play it over, you know, G minor. It's going to sound cool. Lots of, all different kinds of applications for this, right? But if you want to get down here to the octave, how about this? You're going to slide. Now you're in this part of the pentatonic scale, which is the one right before the octave that's over here. So all you need to do, instead of going vertically, right? I had to think about that for a second. Instead of going vertically up and down on the neck, think about going this way and this way, right? So I'm gonna do this. So I didn't even go. Instead of doing this here, right? I'm gonna go. And I'm going to slide it. And I'm going to go one more step. Instead of doing that there, it's the same exact notes. This is the crazy trick, right? It's the same exact notes, but you're playing it along the neck instead of up and down. And that's going to help you because you're going to be able to get into different positions. And it sounds cool. So look, now I'm in this part. And remember, try this going forward and backward. So anyway, you're going to start here, right? And your mind and your muscles are going to learn this eventually without even you thinking about it. You're going to be able to go. You can play in this position, right? And then you know, now I'm in this position right here. And there's my octave right there. So here's the cool thing about it. Let's say I go. right? Now, it's very simple. What if so that's in G, right? Well, say, what if I'm playing, like I said, in A? I'm not lost anymore because now I have this roadmap of how to get to that other section that I like to play in, right? So I'm going to do the same exact thing. Like I started here, I'm going to start here. I know exactly where I am. And I know that's going to be the octave. Because remember, as bass players, we should know where the roots are. It's good to know where the other intervals are after a while. But at first, if you know that, always go back to that root note. So now instead of just hanging out, you know, in this position here, I can, whenever I want to, and know that I'm gonna be there. Let's say if I start in whatever, say I start in F, right? Right? It's like connecting your scales together, and what you'll do is eventually you will have, you know, everybody has favorite parts of the neck that they kind of want to play in, you know, but this is going to allow you to be able to get into that spot, to be able to play in it no matter what key you're in. And eventually you'll start, you know, it won't even matter what key you're in, you'll just be able to play all over the neck, no problem. It's just going to be like a muscle memory. So I'll show you what I was doing in the beginning there. Just for fun, I was in the first position right here, right? I'm on the 3rd fret. This is G, right? G minor pentatonic. I'm on the 3rd fret and 5th fret. I'm sorry, 3rd fret and 6th fret of the E string. And then I'm over on the octave of that G, right? Always know where your octaves are. That's where your root note is. And I did a little vibrato right there. And the cool thing you do is, too, what I did was I didn't hit that note again. Once I had the vibrato going, I just slid it. Which is hard to show slowly because the note doesn't have the sustain. See how I just slid it right up to the 8th fret? And then I was in this position here. And I just, from here, I just went back down to that first position. And then from here, guess what? Did my little connector road map right there, the little red line that goes between the continents in Indiana Jones. And then I was here. So now I know I like to play up in this position. And then what I did was I extended it even more. So what I did there was I'm at the 15th fret of the G string, slid up to that, right? Simply went down the scale. And here I did something kind of fun. Kind of get out of pentatonic a little bit right there. Right, those two notes, those are in that scale. Right? Played those two like a chord, right? I'm on the 12th fret of the D string, and I'm on the 13th fret of the A string. I just let them ring together. And just for fun, I slid them up. Instead of just sliding this note up here, I slid them both up so that I was on the 15th fret of the A and the 14th fret of the D. And then I just basically brought it back and slid up from a half step down into the octave, right? Because we're in G. Again, that octave, I know where that is because I like playing in this. You know, if you like playing in one particular position, you'll know where that is. Now you can get to it from anywhere, front and back, right? So then I just slid that back up, and then I think I slid down and again hit that root once again. All right, hope you enjoyed that, yo. Don't forget, you could always subscribe to Finbar Bass. That's my my YouTube channel, and then you'll know when all these are going to come out, all these videos and all tutorials, whatever are going to be coming out. You'll be on top of that. Also, don't forget, click down there if you want to get my Epic Beginner Bass DVDs. It'll send you right on over to Amazon. You can check out the reviews if you want. And click down there as well for something else that I can't remember. And you got those lessons. Don't forget about those either. Anyway, have fun with that one, yo.